Hey everyone! Today we're tackling a big question. What if every single person on Earth had access to free education and healthcare? No tuition fees, no hospital bills, no hidden costs, just universal access no matter where you're born. How would this reshape global inequality? Could it supercharge innovation? Let's unpack this hypothetical, and maybe stumble into a few surprises along the way. Right now, your life chances depend heavily on where you're born. In Norway, healthcare is a right, and university is free. In Malawi, 1 in 10 kids don't live to see their 5th birthday, and only 9% finish high school. The gap isn't just unfair, it's a massive drag on human potential. So, what if we erase that gap overnight? Let's say tomorrow every government signs a treaty guaranteeing free education and healthcare. Poof! No more student debt in the United States. No more families in Pakistan selling land to pay for cancer treatment. But hold on, this isn't a magic wand. The first decade would be chaotic. Imagine millions of kids and adults flooding into schools. Countries like India or Nigeria, where overcrowded classrooms are already the norm, would need to build millions of new schools overnight. Teachers? Suddenly, we'd need 50 million more globally. Where do they come from? How do we train them fast enough? Healthcare systems would buckle. In wealthy nations, wait times might spike. In poorer ones, basic infrastructure like clean water or electricity could limit progress. But here's the kicker. Preventive care would skyrocket. Vaccinations, checkups, prenatal care, this could save millions of lives within years. HIV rates plummet, malnutrition tackled head-on. But here's the thing, chaos isn't failure, it's growing pains. And the long-term payoff? Let's zoom out. Fast forward a generation. Kids who grew up with free education aren't just literate. They're coding, researching, inventing. Healthcare means they're alive to do it. Let's break down the ripple effects. Right now, geniuses are born everywhere, but most never get the chance to thrive. Free education unlocks a tidal wave of talent. Think of the next Einstein growing up in a favela in Rio, or a future Marie Curie in rural Bangladesh. Suddenly, innovation isn't just for the rich world. Startups bloom in Kinshasa, Namibia becomes a green energy leader. The global economy, it just got 10x more competitive. Extreme poverty could vanish. Why? Educated populations attract investment. Healthy workers are productive workers. Countries like Haiti or Yemen, stuck in cycles of aid dependency, start building self-sustaining economies. Meanwhile, in wealthy nations, the middle class grows stronger. No more $200,000 medical bankruptcies in the US, no more British students drowning in loans. For decades, doctors from Nigeria or engineers from Iran fled to Europe or North America for opportunity. But if Lagos has free universities and cutting-edge hospitals, that talent stays put. Local economies boom. Suddenly, every country is both a talent importer and exporter. But it's not all sunshine. What happens to countries that resist, or to industries built on inequality? Free education and healthcare threaten a lot of powerful players. Pharmaceutical companies, their profits nosedive if India can mass-produce cheap generics for everyone. Private universities in the United States, they'd need to radically adapt or collapse. And what about autocratic regimes? An educated population is harder to control. Would governments like North Korea or Saudi Arabia ever sign on? Who pays for all this? In Norway, high taxes fund their welfare state. But in countries with weak tax systems or corruption, funding free services could mean dependence on foreign aid, or printing money, risking inflation. Would the US or Germany bankroll other nations' systems? Education empowers marginalized groups. Women in conservative societies gain economic independence. Indigenous communities reclaim traditional medicine, paired with modern science. But this could spark backlash. Would the Taliban tolerate educated women? Would corporate healthcare giants accept holistic, community-led models? Now the fun part. Let's talk about the good chaos, the kind that changes humanity's trajectory. With 8 billion healthy, educated minds at work, climate change gets a fresh army of problem solvers. Imagine engineers in Mongolia perfecting carbon capture, Filipino biologists redesigning coral reefs, affordable CRISPR treatments invented in Chile. The pace of progress goes vertical. Education breaks down barriers. A kid in Syria grows up video calling peers in Mexico and South Korea. Shared learning creates shared values, maybe even a global identity. Xenophobia, nationalism, they don't disappear, but they've got fierce competition. When everyone's basic needs are met, humanity can tackle deeper questions. Do we colonize Mars? Redesign democracy? But abundance also raises stakes. With longer lifespans, do we face overpopulation? Do robots take all the jobs? Free education better include philosophy classes. So, is this utopia possible? Maybe not tomorrow, but the ingredients are here. We have the money. Global military spending hit $2.4 trillion in 2023. Imagine diverting 10% of that. We have the tech. AI tutors can already personalize learning. What's missing? The political will, the collective guts to prioritize people over profit. But hey, if we pulled it off, we're not just talking about a fairer world. We're talking about a smarter, healthier, more interesting one. A world where the next Einstein isn't lost to poverty, where a child in Gaza and a CEO in Zurich get the same shot at life. Isn't that a future worth fighting for? What's your take? Could free education and healthcare transform the world, or are we dreaming too big? Thanks for watching. Let's chat in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more what-if explorations.